Okay, welcome again. And in this video, we are going to discuss about the personal opinion essay. Here it is. And personal opinion essay, as I have literally talked in the types of essays and the another video or the previous video. Here, let's talk about the personal opinion essay. The question comes: do you agree or disagree? To what extent do you agree or disagree? What is your opinion? Is this a positive or a negative development? So remember this four, and this essay can be written in three different styles, or this essay can be written in three different steps. Number one, do you agree or disagree? In this essay, you need clear 2 points. Either you agree or disagree, or partially agree or partially disagree. Look here. So this essay can be written in three ways or from three different styles. Now, let's talk about this one. Agree. If you agree with this statement, then you need to make 2 points, disagree 2 points, partially agree, partially disagree 2 points. And then let's talk about how to structure. Okay, how to structure this essay, the generic structure. First of all, we have 4 paragraphs. Introduction. In the essay, we have body 1, then body 2, and finally the conclusion. Remember, all in these four types of essays, you need to clearly take your position throughout your essay, from introduction to the conclusion. Now, in the introduction, you need to fully paraphrase the question prompt. Then you need to give your clear position, opinion. Either you agree or disagree, or partially agree or partially disagree. Okay, I agree with this statement because of, and or I disagree, or I somewhat agree or somewhat disagree. What do? You need to clearly tell here in the introduction. You need to clearly take your position. Then you need to come in body 1, and body 1 is a topic sentence with your opinion. And the first reason, you have to mention the reason, either you agree or disagree. Then you need to fully develop the reason, why, how. Then you need to give an example, then finally conclude with the result. Remember 5 things in body 1: topic sentence with your opinion, first reason, full explanation, example, result. And then you need to come in body 2. You have to again write the topic sentence for this body. If you really want to get band 7+, then second reason, you need to mention this second reason. You need to fully develop, fully explain. You need to give an example to support this point. Then you need to conclude with its result. Then finally, you need to write the conclusion. You need to restate the main reasons of body 1 and body 2, and also restate your opinion. So this is the generic structure for personal opinion essay. So let's look at the sample essay, how I do write. Okay, so please write the generic structure, follow each and every step of mine if you really want to get higher band score in IELTS writing. I'm going to share from the PowerPoint. Okay, let's look at the PowerPoint. We're talking about personal opinion essay. All right, so here is the question. The question was asked, at British Council on 9th November 2019. Some people believe that capital punishment is good for a country. This is the statement. Some people, not all people, only some people believe that capital punishment is good for country, means the death penalty. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So the question is, the second one is, to what extent do you agree or disagree? So this is the question. You need to first of all brainstorm, think of two ideas. Now, what I thought about is this reduces capital punishment, reduces crime rates in the society. I have the first point. It reduces crimes in the society. Then I have another point. This reduces tax rates of the government. It also reduces the tax rates of the government. So I came with two ideas. Now I'm going to write the introduction. Okay. So introduction, you need to paraphrase the question. Look at the question paraphrasing first of all. The death penalty is believed to be beneficial for a nation by a large section of individuals. By a large section of individuals means some people believe that capital punishment is good for a country. The death penalty is believed to be beneficial for a nation by a large section of individuals. So this is the question paraphrasing. Fully the first sentence of my essay clearly responses the main question prompt. And the second step is, to what extent do you agree or disagree? This is the question. Now, you need to clearly answer the second question if you really want to get band 7+. I completely agree. To what extent? I completely agree with this opinion. Why? As the judicial murder can positively impact a country by lowering both crime and tax rates. So one is crime rate, another one is tax rate. So I have literally introduced the 2 points that I'm going to talk about or discuss about in body 1 and body 2. In body 1, I'll be talking about crime rates, and then in body 2, I'll be talking about the tax rates. So this is, you need to do, this is what exactly you need to do in personal opinion essay. You need to clearly mention the 2 points in your introduction, in your opinion sentence, 2 sentences in the introduction. Now let's go in body 1. Then in body 1, you need to begin with your opinion phrase. The main reason why I believe that. So the main reason why I believe that is your opinion phrase. Establishing the system of execution could effectively decrease crime rates in society. So the main point. The most compelling reason for the death penalty's positive contribution to society is that it is an effective deterrent to serious crime. So this is the effective way to reduce the serious crimes, death penalty. For example, people who are thinking of murder or committing violent acts will think twice before doing so. And dangerous criminals who have undergone the death warrant would never be able to reoffend. They would never be able to reoffend. As a result of this policy, the crime rate would decrease. So the first point, how it is developed. Now look, this is the explanation. This is the explanation. Okay. Explanation. And this is again with the explanation is supported with the example. Look, then again, this example is supported with the result, how this death penalty reduces the crime rates in the society. Okay. Very simple. You don't need to write a lot of information. Just one topic sentence and fully develop with full explanation, example, and result. How many sentences are there? Topic sentence, 1, then explanation, 2, example, 3, and result, 4 sentences. Body 1 is fully developed. Now I'm going to discuss about another point in body 2. Body 2, another reason why I support this notion is that, look at another reason why I support this notion is that judicial execution could lower taxes for citizens. Okay, it could lower the taxes for citizens. With this policy, the government would be able to spend less money on keeping the criminal in jail. Okay, criminals, let's write criminals in jail, a prison. Why this policy? With this policy, the government would be able to spend less money on keeping the criminals in prison. If the criminal is jailed for many years, okay, instead of giving the death penalty or for life, the government would need to pay the enormous expenses involved, such as the cost of food for the prisoners and the salaries for the prison officers. The government has to pay for both of them. However, nevertheless or nonetheless, with the death penalty, death sentence, the prisoner will spend no time. Okay, let's make plural. The prisoners will spend no time in prison, and this would reduce the cost of improvement substantially. Yeah, the government and citizen would save a lot of money. So look at this. We have again a topic sentence. We have the explanation of this topic sentence, and we have again explained with the example. Okay, then and the result, 4 sentences. Let's go into conclusion. In conclusion, you need to fully restate the main point of body 1 and body 2. Then in conclusion, I strongly agree with the opinion. Again, this conclusion begins with your opinion phrase. Have a look. I strongly agree with the opinion that sentencing serious criminals to death are beneficial for countries due to its deterrence and its ability to cut down on government cuts. First, yeah, government's budget and the no number of criminals in the society. Furthermore, it guarantees that life-threatening criminals are removed from society and they will not be anymore to reoffend when the death penalty is implemented. So here is the recommendation, okay, because I wrote this recommendation. I felt that the number of words is less than 250. Then given this situation, it is recommended that governments around the world might think about implementing this form of punishment. So this is my recommendation to the countries. If they implement, the death penalty, they would be able to have peace and security in the society, and they would also be able to save a huge amount of money. The money is needed when the let's say, sentence is given, when the prisoner is kept in a jail for the long time, whole life, and then he has to be paid by the government, the money for the food and other things. And then also the government has to give the salaries to the prison officers. So you need to fully go on the topic and stick on the same point and develop. So this is one essay. Okay. So let's go back. You can write it one by one, step by step, and learn how I develop the idea, how I develop this personal opinion essay. Moving on, let's look at another type of essay here, personal opinion essay. Okay. This question was asked on 10th April 2021 at BC and IDP in Nepal, India also. The best way to reduce crime among young people is to teach parents good parenting skills. If parents are taught about the good parenting skills, their children would less likely to commit any serious crime in the society. Do you agree or disagree with this statement? This is agree or disagree. The previous one was to what extent do you agree or disagree, but this is do you agree or disagree. So the best way to reduce crime among people is to teach parents good parenting skills? This is the question. Main statement. And then the second one, do you agree or disagree with this statement? You need to paraphrase the question first. Generally, you need to be quite general. Come on. Good parenting skills are considered to be the best way in order to mitigate crime rates among juveniles, among young children. This is the question paraphrasing. Look at. Generally, good parenting skills are considered to be the best way in order to mitigate crime rates among juveniles, means the youngsters or the children. Don't write kids or toddlers. They are not academic words. They are not accepted in IELTS. And this is question paraphrasing. Now, I'm going to respond to the main question. Do you agree or disagree? I agree. Don't write I completely agree or disagree. Just write simply I agree with this statement. Why? Because the children spend most of their time with their parents. The main first point that I'm going to discuss this in body 1 of my essay. And also the parents are the first teachers of their offsprings, the second point. And the parents are the first teachers of their offsprings, and the children spend most of their time with their parents. I have two clear points here that I'm going to talk about or discuss on body 1, in body 1 and body 2. Let's go on in body 1. So again, with the same style, the first reason why I advocate this assertion is that the young people spend most of the time with their parents at home. This is the topic sentence with your opinion phrase. Now, let's explain this. While bringing up from the initial stage of the children, they should be taught to differentiate between right and wrong. Parents, they should teach the difference between right and wrong to the children during their upbringing process. Why? Now, you need to explain it. This is because if the young minds, the young children understand the difference between acceptable and unacceptable aspect earlier in their earlier life, they may grow up obedient, honest, and loyal adults later on. This is what the result is. Now, let's again explain. If the parents nurture or cultivate good manners and behaviors, then the children are less likely to involve in any antisocial activities like robbery and theft if they are taught. So if sentence here. Now, you need to again explain or give the evidence of the example. To exemplify, during my childhood, I was frequently suggested not to violate any social norms by my parents. I was instructed like this. If violated, I was used to be punished sometimes. I was used to be punished sometimes by my parents if I did anything wrong. As a result, I never ended up committing any unacceptable activity. So this is the result. Okay? Look at this, right, and go step by step. I'm not going to explain further. It's pretty clear. You need to read, write, follow. Now let's go in body 2. Another reason why I support this statement is that the parents are the first teachers or role models of the children. They are the first teachers or the role models of the children. Then whatever they do, the children, they copy or imitate or they inculcate the same behavior or manner or characteristics. On top of this, then you need to explain the children do imitate their parents while growing up because this is the golden age to learn. Yes, this is the golden age to learn. So they imitate, they copy, provided that the parents play a perfect role of parenting with the children. The children follow these activities and they accordingly develop their habits and characteristics. They accordingly develop good habits and characteristics. You can add good. For instance, if parents make aware of the negative consequences of committing a crime, if they clearly tell about the negative results of committing a crime, the children may not think of doing any mistake. So the second point is concluded with the result that their children never do this. Now let's conclude what you did. Okay. In conclusion, I agree with this notion, with this opinion, as the children spend most of their time with their parents, and the parents are the role models of their offsprings. The main points, this is all restatement. Now you need to give the recommendation. Given this situation, good parenting skills should be promoted more and more to train their children not to get involved in any criminal activities in their lifetime. So the parents should teach all those aspects to the children. So look here, the essay that is discussed is band 18, all marking criteria: task response, coherence and cohesion, lexical resources, grammatical range and accuracy. So please write step by step and go on. Okay, this video is going to be somehow long. I'm going to wrap up it here and also going to make another video on the same personal opinion essay. Okay, see you there. And I'm just going to stop it here. Okay.